Hello friends, welcome to IAS Monk. I'm Vinod Katpur. I have more than 20 years of experience. I have written more than 25 books. Here are my latest books. These books are for civil service main exam, essay paper. These three books contain. I have given here 1, 2, 3. Three books contain all the essays from 2014 to 2025. Not just essay, they contain workshop how to write that particular essay. Each essay I'm telling you. And essay tree also, and the structure of the essay, how it should be. Workshop explains you all the Western as well as Indian thinkers take on that particular topic of the essay. Okay, so all essays contain that 12 years into 8 essays, 96 essays, all those are there in these three books. So full length essay as well as workshop and essay tree. This is also one more very important book, 47 years of preliminary question papers. Okay, all those are there from 1979 to 2025. 47 years of question papers are there. Not just question papers, it has explanatory answers as well as the most important thing, how to apply elimination tricks. We cannot apply elimination tricks blindly. You need to have basic knowledge to apply elimination tricks. That's why I have called this series as Elimination Tricks Truth Applied. Okay, you are not supposed to apply elimination tricks blindly. Nowadays, internet is flooded with these elimination tricks. Fine, I am not against those elimination tricks, but you should have basic knowledge, because once you qualify in prelims, you cannot write main exam with elimination tricks. You should have a solid foundation. You should have a solid preparation for your exam. To get success, you should have a proper, solid and authoritative, authentic preparation for this exam. So don't think that by applying elimination tricks you will qualify IAS exam or civil services exam. You have to consider the entire preparation in totality. You cannot separate prelims and mains like that. You have to have your preparation started from at least 1 year in advance before your prelims exam. So in the last 2 months you can concentrate only on prelims, but before that you should be ready with your main exam preparation also. So elimination tricks that can help you for some difficult questions where you may not be in a position to solve that question. So normally 100 to 110 will be cutoff mark. So if you get 50 to 55 questions correctly, okay, then you can very easily qualify in prelims. In this episode, in this series, I call this series a PET series, means prelims elimination tricks truth applied. In this series I have already covered 2 episodes. In my first episode I have covered preliminary exam question paper ancient India questions from 1979 to 1981. In second episode I have covered from 1982 to 1985. In this episode number 3, PET 3, I am covering 1985 to 1990 questions on ancient India from preliminary exam question papers. After this I am going to take up, when I cover till 2025 ancient India, after that I will take up medieval India, then modern India, then other subjects also. So please keep watching my videos. Okay, let us move on to the question. This question is from 1986. The question is, which of the following is a characteristic feature of the Indus Valley civilization? This question is repeated. Here let us apply the elimination method. I don't want to call it a tricks. In my dictionary it is method or strategy. Okay, but it is very popular. Tricks is very popular among the internet world. If I use trick also, it's okay. You can understand my actual purpose. So I am applying truths to elimination tricks. Okay, let us eliminate one by one here. The chief deities were Mother Goddess and Shiva. Shiva is not proper here, because what they worshipped, ancient, Indus Valley IVC people, that is Harappan culture, they worshipped Pashupati. not Shiva. Shiva is quite modern. So Pashupati should be the correct word. So I say this is half correct. Mother goddess is correct. Shiva is not Shiva, it is Pashupati. Pashupati is proto Shiva. We can say proto. See, our gods also evolved, right? So Shiva is modern Pashupati, you can say. So this I can eliminate with this knowledge, okay? Without knowledge, with this basic knowledge, I cannot eliminate this statement from this question. Okay, second option is they worshipped bulls. Fine, they worship bulls. Yeah, we know that because we have found so many seals and terracotta figures, all those things. But can I eliminate this? So elimination becomes very difficult here if you don't know the deeper knowledge here. So I am not able to eliminate this. Let us keep it hanging, keep it in suspended animation. You know this word connected to polity. Okay, I am keeping right now elimination. I am not able to eliminate it. For the time being, let it be. What about this? They had all amenities of a developed city life. Okay, we know Indus Valley civilization or Harappan culture is basically urban in nature. So city life, all drainage system, rectangular blocks, very well planned cities. Okay, so I am tempted to consider this as correct answer, but see here, all. I have bolden this. See, all is a very strong word here. Strong or extreme word. So I am going to eliminate this. I am applying extreme word trick to this statement. Because however developed that city may be, it cannot have all the amenities, right? That was in the ancient India. Okay, so I cannot apply elimination trick to this second option, but third option definitely I can apply elimination trick. What about third thing? Okay, they did not know of iron. Fine, this is very simple. If you know IVC, Indus Valley Civilization, we can directly connect this to Bronze Age, right? So people of IVC, they did not know about iron. This is definitely correct. So what about this B and C? I have eliminated Shiva, I have eliminated all amenities. I am left with B and D. So between B and D, which is correct? This is very, I know I am for sure this they did not know of iron. This is definitely correct. This should be my answer. But I am in two minds. They also worship bulls. We have found seals and terracotta figures of bulls and all that. One humped bull. It is called Ziba bull. Then which is correct? B or D. Here knowledge will help you, not elimination trick. Okay, knowledge is what we should know. IVC people, they worship bulls as well as other animals. It is not just bulls, but they are not given. They worshipped only bulls, only against strong word. If they had given only, then I would have definitely eliminated it without any thought. But they have not given any strong word here. So they worship bulls, a general statement, that is also correct. But here knowledge will come to your help. They did not worship only bulls, they worship unicorn also. What are unicorns? One-horned animals. You might have seen in your Mohenjo-daro film, who is that? Govarikar. Some Govarikar. So in that film you see that hero Hrithik Roshan with one horn, that is what unicorn. So they worship, and in fact in 60 to 80% of all Harappan seals, they contain this unicorn. Unicorn is not bull, okay? It's not bull. There is a lot of discussion in this. Unicorn, some scholars say it is bull only because of the angle, you cannot see other horn. So not like that, because we have found so many other seals where we have two horns of a bull. So unicorn was separate, definitely there. So they, in fact, is more in number. So they worship unicorn also. Unicorn, even Reno will also come. So in fact, Pashupati is surrounded by so many animals. It is not just bull. So many animals were there. So Indus Valley people worship many animals. So that you can eliminate this also with your knowledge. So finally, I can say for sure, this is the correct answer. Indus Valley people did not know about iron. This is the final answer. I hope you understood how I analyze this with elimination tricks applied, truth applied. Moving on to next question. Indus Valley civilization was spread over. This talks about area. Okay, so it has again you should know about Indus Valley civilization. Bronze you should know, and period 2900 to 1900 BC, before Common Era. Okay, we say BC and AD are ruled out now to make it more secular. Christ, before Christ, after Christ, those Christ's word is removed now. We say Common Era and before Common Era. Fine. So this spread across present day Pakistan, northwestern India, and with extension to Afghanistan and Gujarat as well. Why Gujarat? We know about Lothal. Lothal comes in Gujarat. Therefore, you should know about this geographical stretch of Indus Valley civilization. So here Balochistan, Sindh, Punjab and Rajasthan, that is the first option they have given. So second option what they have given, Sindh, Punjab and Kashmir. So it is too limited, right? So misses major regions, there is no Gujarat here, so you can eliminate. Option B you can eliminate very safely. What about option A? Option A is what? Can you eliminate that? Balochistan, Sindh, Punjab and Rajasthan. There is no mention of Gujarat. Okay, then let us see what we can say. Option C is what? Option A looks reasonable. Let us wait for that to be eliminated or retained. Now what about C? Afghanistan, Sindh, Punjab, Rajasthan, Gujarat and Kashmir. So this looks very wide, but it is too wide, I think, right? So this is where elimination becomes very tricky. So you cannot directly apply elimination trick here. So all options look partially correct. Okay, here there is no extreme word is used here, and you cannot decide on those extreme words because there are no extreme words in these four options. So we have to apply our knowledge. How are you going to apply? See, let us recall the full spread. What is in western side? What we have? Balochistan or Afghanistan. Okay, and at the core we have Sindh and Punjab, and eastern side we have western UP, but not Kashmir. Okay, if you apply this part, and this is India. Okay, I'm not drawing exact Indian map, today's Indian map. This is all. See this side you can have western side Balochistan, Afghanistan and all that, and core central part is Sindh and Punjab also, and eastern part up to western UP. You can say this part. This is eastern UP and this is western UP. So this region you can safely, and little bit of this part. Gujarat comes here. So Rajasthan and Gujarat you can consider like this. No, Kashmir comes here. So we can safely eliminate Kashmir, and southern part is Gujarat because we know about Lothal and Dholavira. So this is how you can pin down your answer. Kashmir is not a major confirmed region of Indus Valley civilization. Okay, and final answer is option B is too narrow. We have eliminated it. Option A, we can eliminate this because Gujarat is missing here. Okay, why Gujarat? Because we know Lothal, Dockyard, the famous Dockyard. So Lothal and Dholavira. These two belongs to Gujarat. So since Gujarat is not there in option A, you can eliminate option A. So option A is also eliminated. What about option C? See, none of these is also very tricky here. Okay. So by eliminating all three, we will be left with D, but we have not yet eliminated C, option C. Okay. So option C, because it contains Kashmir, it contains Gujarat as well as Kashmir. So we don't want Kashmir, we want only Gujarat. That is why we can eliminate option C also. The correct answer will be none of these, because elimination trick, by applying elimination trick, we have eliminated ABC. We are left with only option D, which is none of these. So every option looks partly correct. That is why we have eliminated all those options. So none is fully correct. So answer is none of these. UPSC often designs questions where partial knowledge leads to wrong answers. This you should have in your mind. Okay, so Indus Valley is not just connected to Indus River. We have to look beyond those banks of Indus River. Okay, so it is actually the spread of civilization across multiple ecological zones. So in UPSC, half correct is fully wrong. You should remember this. If it is half correct, it is fully wrong. So what this question teaches us, range-based reasoning, a trap of partial correctness, and importance of complete coverage. When to choose none of these. That is very, very important. Let us move on to next question. Here, which of the following was the principal article of food of the Indus Valley people? Rice, maize, eggs, and wheat. Okay, you know about Indus Valley civilization, period you should know, and you have to connect that to Bronze Age. These are very important things. And now staple crops, that means what they used to eat every day. This is normally wheat and barley, right? So straight away you can choose. Correct answer looks wheat. If you know if you are, it all depends on your knowledge. If you know, you can directly answer this. But if you don't know the correct answer, you have to apply elimination trick based on your some knowledge. So what about maize? How can we eliminate this? So new. This is maize is not ancient crop. It is a new word crop. Okay, it comes to India much later. Who introduced that to India? That you have to remember. Okay, post-Columbian exchange. Okay, so Portuguese came. So many people came to India. Someone brought some vegetables, some crops. So all those things you should remember when studying geography and economics, all those things. So maize is not staple food. What about eggs? Egg is not a staple food. It's not a staple agricultural food. It cannot be a principal article of staple food. Now we are left with rice and wheat. So we have eliminated egg, we have eliminated maize, we are left with rice and wheat. So what to do here? How to eliminate rice? If you don't know about wheat, we have to eliminate rice, right? Otherwise you are going to mark it and you are going to get negative marking also. So now elimination is narrowed down to only two options, but we cannot decide between rice and wheat. You should know core knowledge about Indus Valley. So regions. You look at the regions of Indus Valley. So it is supported by wheat and barley cultivation. Okay, all the Gangetic plain and this side Indus river and that plain, all that we should connect. So rice appears much later and only in limited eastern sites. Therefore, we can very safely eliminate rice and we can mark the correct answer as wheat. Fine, then we move on to the next question. This is again 1986. The question is, the ancient Indian coins were introduced during the 3rd century AD, 6th century BC, and Kanishka's period, Ashoka's reign. This is chronology question. Okay, about earliest coinage in India. We are talking about the age of Mahajanapadas, ancient India. Okay, so let us try elimination. 3rd century AD, AD and BC. I mean this AD means common era now. BC means before common era. These are the modern usage of those periods. Okay, 3rd century AD. AD means common era. It belongs to before, after also will come there. So it is not so late. Kanishka's period. Kanishka's period. What is the period of Kanishka? It is around, you should know basic, the important kings. Their, at least the span of their period you should know. You need not by heart or memorize exact uh, year, but you should know the period. So Kanishka's period belongs to 2nd century AD. So Kanishka belongs to, you can say, 2nd century CE. In modern language, you can say 2nd century common era. Okay, that is also too late. What about Ashoka? Ashoka's reign. If you don't remember Ashoka's period exactly, you can remember Kalinga War 261 BC. Again in our modern 261 BCE, before common era, 261. So what about 3rd century BC? 3rd century or 6th century BC is the second option, right? So we are slowly pinning down two options, option B, right? So 3rd century BC coins were already in circulation, that we know. That was before Ashoka, right? So now elimination works very well here if you know the period, because three options are clearly later than the earliest phase. So ancient Indian coins. So we have eliminated Kanishka's period and this 3rd century AD. We are left with only option B and D. Ashoka's reign is also much later because 261 BC. Before Ashoka, they were Mahajanapadas, right? Mahajanapadas. Mahajanapadas. So they belong to, you can safely say, 6th century BC. BC means, or BC, before common era. So option B is correct answer. So you can apply elimination trick here if you know each period, which is modern, which is very later and before and after. You can just pin down to that final answer. Moving on to next question. This is, what was the main feature of Maurya dynasty in India? Okay, they are given four options. Okay, Mauryan Empire, the period, it is 4th century to 2nd century BCE, before common era. So it is a highly organized empire under Chandragupta, Bindusara, Ashoka, right? Strong state control, not decentralized. Now elimination trick or test, how you can apply? Let us apply. Option A, we can apply education was widespread. Widespread is a strong word. Okay, a very strong word, so you can eliminate option A using strong word trick. What about B? Terrorists were driven out of the Sindh and Punjab. Terrorist, oh my god. Terrorist is a very strong word for ancient India, right? Because terrorist is, the word itself is very, very modern. So terrorist is a very strong word, we can say, for that period, ancient India. So you can eliminate option B. What about option C? Removal of the land tax for the first time. Okay, what you can say about this? Can you eliminate this? Can you say first time? Is it a strong word? Definitely. The first time is also a strong word. So Before Maurya, there were Mahajanapadas and so many other kings. So some tax benefit might have been levied, okay. But that's why first time is a strong word and I can eliminate this also. I am finally left with decentralization of administration, which can very safely we can say that is the correct answer for this question given the context. Okay, so Mauryan state actually depended heavily on land revenue. It was called Bhaga. So we can eliminate that, but only one option we can think about is this decentralization of administration. So, but at first glance it looks not correct because see, Mauryan administration was centrally controlled, which we can say exactly decentralized, but it is nearer to decentralized power, we can say. So there were provincial and local administrative units. That's why you can say it is decentralized. So decentralization of administration is the correct answer here. Moving on to next question. Shaka era was introduced by Ashoka, Kanishka, okay, Chandragupta Maurya, Harshavardhana. Okay, so it's all about Indian eras. So we are talking about a calendar system, right? So let us apply elimination test. Ashoka, we know he belongs to 3rd century BCE. So earlier than it is 78. So 78 CE, that is 78 AD. Okay, if you know about our Indian government's official calendar system, it is 78 AD. AD means common era. So, 3rd century BC is very, you should know, this is where I am telling you, knowledge is also very, very important. In fact, knowledge is the king. We cannot eliminate, we cannot apply elimination tricks without any knowledge. Okay, so you should know Indian official calendar is 78 CE, that is 78 AD in olden terminology. So Ashoka belongs to 3rd century BCE, so we can eliminate Ashoka here. Then Chandragupta Maurya, again 4th century BCE. Again, this is also quite early. You can eliminate Chandragupta Maurya. Then Harsha belongs to, you should know about his period. If you don't know about his period, we have one more here, Kanishka. And we are left with two more options, B and D. Kanishka and Harsha. So Kanishka and Harsha. Harsha belongs to which period? You know about a famous Huan and then Chalukya war between Harsha and Pulkeshi. So all that it belongs to 7th century CE. So Harsha belongs to 7th century CE, common era, or AD you can say. So that is also very, very modern, too late. So we can eliminate Ashoka, Kanishka, Chandragupta Maurya, not Kanishka, Ashoka, Harshavardhana and then Chandragupta Maurya. We can eliminate these three and we can finally mark option B. Option B as your correct answer. Okay. This is how you can apply elimination trick with some basic knowledge. Without knowledge, you cannot apply elimination tricks. That is the final truth of this trick trend. Okay. Next question. Ancient Indian art and architecture reached its zenith during the period of Rajputas, Mauryas, Guptas. None of this. Let us test the elimination. Okay. What about Rajputas? See, early medieval period. Rajputas belongs to early medieval period. Very important, but not the classical peak of ancient art. So we can eliminate Rajputas because they belong to medieval period. Mauryas, okay, partially you can say partially correct, but not fully. Because partially correct, we can eliminate them. Guptas. Oh, see, Maurya period, you know, Ashokan, he is more interested in pillars, rock edicts, and all those things. Not much about temples or whatever that architecture. So we can safely eliminate Maurya from this the question on art. What about Guptas? Okay, Mauryan period is the beginning of monumental art. Okay, but not the peak. Zenith means peak, mountain peak. Zenith means peak, the highest point that you can reach. So now we are left with Guptas. Let us see core knowledge you should know. The Gupta period. Gupta period is what? You should know about this. 4th century. 4th century to 6th century. That is Common Era. That is AD. Okay, so sculpture reaches refinement. In fact, Gupta period is known as golden age of Indian art. So this is straightforward. If you know, if you are studied properly, if you have the knowledge about Guptas, then definitely you can directly apply, directly mark the correct answer. But if you don't know, if you are in two minds, you have to apply elimination trick. So that is how I have applied here. I have shown you how we can eliminate Rajputas because they belong to medieval period, and Mauryas, the two early. So Guptas is the correct answer. Let us move on to the next question. The match the following. Here you have this question is from 1987. Match the following. So this match the following question. The best approach is don't match everything. Okay, start with whatever you know. Start with that. So that is why you should have basic knowledge. Only when you don't know anything about that, then apply elimination trick using strong word, this, that. Then if there also, if it is not sure, then leave it so that you can save from negative marking. Okay, so here apply. What about this Shravana Belgola? Very easy, right? Shravana Belgola is connected with statue of Bahubali. It is also known as Gombateshwar. Okay. So Shravana Belgola you can connect. You see whether D and 3 how many are matching here. D only one. Oh my god. See here. D only one is matching. This should be the correct answer. No need of going for other things. So look for any particular sure answer, sure matching. If you get it, then option A, only that option, straight away you can choose it. No other discussions. Okay. So you have eliminated all other options by not looking at them only, because you are looking at only the sure part of that match the following question. Let us move on to next question. This is near the banks of which one of the following rivers has excavation shown that Indus Valley civilization extended far south? Okay, Mahanadi, Kaveri, Krishna, Godavari. Fine, this is a wonderful question. Again, elimination trick we cannot apply directly, but let us try and see what will happen. This is a knowledge based question. Okay. Indus Valley, again I keep repeating it belongs, the period is 2900 to 1900 BCE, before Common Era, that was BC. So the core area are Sindh, Punjab and southward extension up to Gujarat. Okay, because Lothal and Dholavira, you remember those. So up to Gujarat is the region. This is your basic core knowledge. That's what I call. You should know at least these things to attempt here elimination trick. So once you know this, Gujarat, because the Indus Valley civilization, its southernmost extension was up to Gujarat. Okay, now apply Mahanadi where it comes. Let us try elimination one by one. Here no strong word is used because direct options are given, so no strong word will help you here. So all are Indian rivers. There is no question of any external, I mean any foreign river. So no question of elimination. So elimination will not help here directly. So this is a pure knowledge question that I hope you have understood. Now core knowledge is what southernmost expansion of IVC, that is Indus Valley Civilization, is Gujarat and Lothal. Because of Lothal land, you should know about Lothal. Then only you can understand the southernmost extension of IVC. Okay, important sites are Lothal and Dholavira and Surkotada. That is also an important. Even you might have heard about Rangpur, Surkotada, and then Lothal. Lothal is also very important because of its famous dockyard. Okay, so these regions are connected with Godavari, Tapti, that zone. Okay. So among the given options, Godavari fits best for southern extension reference. Godavari can also be considered. Okay. So what are our options? Kaveri, we can eliminate it. Krishna, we can eliminate. Mahanadi can also be helped because it comes to the eastern part also. So Godavari you can safely mark. So we have eliminated Mahanadi, Kaveri, Krishna based on our core knowledge. Let us move on to the next question. That is metals known to Indus Valley civilization were copper, silver, but not iron. Again, apply our see always Indus Valley means again the moment we say Indus Valley civilization, we should say bronze. Okay, bronze is an alloy of copper and tin. Iron comes much later. So copper, silver, but not iron. This is quite okay. Now coming to elimination part, look for iron where you have options. You have any option there? Iron, see silver, iron, but not gold. See iron is there, you can eliminate this. Then iron is also there in option B, you can eliminate that also very safely. So we can eliminate B and we can eliminate D. We are left with A and C, right? So B and D are eliminated. Only we are left with A and C. Now let us check which one is correct. A and C. A we have copper, certainly. They knew because bronze is an alloy of copper and tin. And silver also is there, but not iron. So A looks quite okay. What about the C? Copper, gold, but not silver. How to eliminate this? Copper is also there. Okay. Copper, gold, but not silver. How can you say that? Because see, A and C, both silver is appearing in both options, but gold is not appearing in option A. And gold, not silver means what? Option C, you can very easily eliminate that also. Okay. Because IVC people knew copper, bronze, gold, silver, all these four. So when you have this, when they knew about silver, they certainly knew about gold. So you can eliminate this also. Final answer is A, option A. Moving on to next question. This is assertion and reason. In the ancient period of Indian history, urbanization was followed by pastoral life. Reason is the Harappan culture was an urban one. Okay, this is about sequence of life patterns in ancient India. So urban versus pastoral phases. What is the step 1 here? Evaluate assertion. The ancient India. Okay, was urbanization followed by pastoral life? Think about it. Let us think historically. Okay, so Indus Valley civilization urban phase, that is we can say 2600 to 1900 BCE. So this period is urban phase, we can say. After its decline, that is Vedic, early Vedic phase. Okay, after this Indus Valley civilization's decline. That period is the beginning of Vedic period. So early Vedic phase, you can see, which was largely pastoral and rural. Remember, IVC was urban and Vedic period was rural. So which was largely pastoral. Pastoral, that means rural. So yes, assertion A is true. And what about, let us evaluate reason. Harappan culture was urban. Yeah, absolutely right. So what is our next step? The connection test. So now the key question is, does R explain A? Think about it. Reason tells us Harappan was urban, but does it explain why pastoral life followed? No, it did not explain. It only states a fact. Okay. It does not explain the transition. So your answer should be both are true. That means both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Fine. I hope you understood this question. Moving on to next question. The earliest evidence of a Jewish community settling in India is provided by a charter of a Chola king, Pandya king, Chera king, and the option D, Vijayanagara king. Okay, this is about early foreign communities in South India. So, here how to apply elimination trick. You cannot apply elimination trick blindly. You should have basic knowledge about this question. Okay, so how to apply this now? Vijayanagara, it is too late, belongs to medieval period. So you can eliminate that Vijayanagara king because he belongs to medieval time. Chola is also there, important traders, but not earliest charter evidence. We don't get that evidence. Chola also, they come almost the medieval India. Pandya, what about Pandya? They are not associated with this specific evidence, right? So earliest Jewish settlement evidence comes from, what is the remaining option left? That is Chera rulers of Kerala. So copper plate grants to Jewish communities. We read about this in the history of Chera rulers. So we can definitely eliminate Chola king and Pandya king, Vijayanagara king. We have to eliminate means I have to cross mark. So finally we are left with Chera king. Chera is the correct answer. See, all these they belong to medieval period only, but Vijayanagara is too late, and Chola, Pandya, they are also, because of their historical achievements and all that. If you look at the history, you can eliminate them. So Chera king, that is what we are left with. Next, again, this is match the following. We have applied this to this in previous question. Here again, let us see whichever is possible. Aihole, you know, it belongs to Karnataka. Karnataka means Chalukyas are very famous rulers. So Aihole, you can connect them to Chalukyas. So 4. Aihole B4. You see B4, there are two options. This is wrong. ABCD should be. Right, this is option A, option B, option C, and option D. Here I have marked, it is a print mistake. Not print, typo mistake. Now ABCD options are ABCD. See, now we have two options for Aihole and Chalukyas. One is option A and one more is option C. Okay, only these two you can look, either A or C. So A, B, C, D. These are the options. So we are left with only A and C. So what we can do? What about Tanjore? Tanjore is very famous for Cholas, all Rajaraja Chola, Rajendra Chola, then Brodeshwara temple. All this knowledge, basic knowledge should be there. So Tanjore, you can connect that with Cholas. So if you connect Tanjore with Cholas, C2. You see, I can see for only B4 and C2. If you have this option, You can directly among this between A and C, I have B4 and C5. I have here B4 and C2. So I can safely mark answer C. Option C is the correct answer. Moving on to next question. This is which of the following statements is correct? The village was the basic unit of Chola administration. If you know about Cholas, this is my famous. Always I keep telling, whenever Chola come, look for this OL. OL means what? Local administration. So LO. But I don't know about this. If you don't know, then we are applying elimination tricks. The Cholas were actually rising in 9th century. Here Chola kingdom was on the decline in the 9th century. We can eliminate this. Amoghavarsha is the best remembered of the Chola kings. No, Amoghavarsha belonged to the Karnataka kings. Then Rashtrakutas, to be more precise, and none of the above. So Cholas were rising in 9th century, they are not declining. Okay, so that you should, so because decline, because of this word you can eliminate that. And C also we have eliminated because Amoghavarsha belongs to Rashtrakuta and not Cholas. Now what about A? Here comes the core knowledge, that's I told you, LO, local administration. Remember, IVC means branch, Chola means that LO, local. This is how you have to fix the keywords so that you can remember it for a longer period. So you can very safely mark the answer as option A. Moving on to next question. The Stone Age people had the first domestic animal. Asses, dogs, horses and sheep. Okay, so especially this Stone Age, particularly this is before IVC, okay, it is Mesolithic, Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic. These are the three layers of Stone Age. Old Stone Age, Middle Stone Age and New Stone Age. So transition from hunting, that belongs to Old Stone Age, that is Paleolithic. Lithic means stone. So paleo means old, pale. So old Stone Age hunting was the main thing, and Mesolithic, that was the transition period from hunting to early domestication. Okay. Now let us try elimination. What about horses? Horses are much later domestication, associated with advanced pastoral societies. Okay. So we can safely eliminate horses because of their modern, contextually they are more modern. Also see, asses, they are linked with transport and economies, so asses are also more modern, so we can eliminate that. And we are left with dogs and sheep. Sheep again, see, sheep are connected to, actually sheep, we know it's not plural, is sheep only. You can of course say sheep, it doesn't matter here. So sheep, it is also connected with pastoral life. So early domesticated sheep, it is, we can rule it out. That's how we can eliminate that also. Therefore we are left with dogs. So dogs are that is the correct answer. Next, moving on to the next question, which of the following is a sacred Buddhist text? Okay, let us eliminate one by one. Vedas, they are Hindu texts. We cannot connect that to Buddhist. So Upanishad, that is also part of Vedic tradition. Purana is also Hindu text. We can safely eliminate B, C, D, and we are left with option A. That is what the correct answer. This question is also repeated, I think. We can safely move on to the next episode. I will come up with next episode very soon. Thank you very much. See you very soon in my next episode.